Local absentee voting begins today. We'll give you the latest straight from the polling precinct live. Marawi City and 7 more areas have been placed under COMELEC control. Vice President Leni Robredo cancels her appearance at a campaign rally in Talisay, Cebu after a local party expressly declared their support for her rival Bongbong Marcos. Marcos' spokesperson Vic Rodriguez recovers his suspended Facebook account after the social media giant admitted that they made a mistake. And several teams boost their Final Four bid as the NU Bulldogs eliminate the UST Growling Tigers. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know as you jumpstart your day. I'm Charles Lejano. The country will be having its 3-day local absentee voting starting today to accommodate those who will be on duty on the May 9 polls. To give us more details, we have Greg Gregorio reporting live from Manila. Good morning again, Greg. What do you have for us?
Good morning, Charles. We're here outside the regional office of the Commission on Elections in NCR, where some individuals will cast their votes for today's start of the local absentee voting, which will be opened in less than an hour from now. The local absentee voting is a chance provided by law for media and government workers to cast their votes ahead of the general voting public in order to ensure that they'll be able to exercise their right to vote despite having field assignments on the day of the elections. For this May 2022 local and national elections, COMELEC records say more than 84,000 individuals have been approved as local absentee voter. The most number of local absentee voters is among members of the Philippine National Police with 47 and 21,000 local absentee voters, followed by the Philippine Army with 34,570 approved local absentee voters. Others are from various government agencies, including COMELEC. Among media workers, there are 957 approved local absentee voters. A local absentee voter will only vote for candidates seeking for national positions as party list representative, senator, vice president, and president. According to the Committee on Local Absentee Voting, they have earlier deployed manual ballots, which will be used by local absentee voters in various polling places across the country. The local absentee voting will run until Friday, April 29 from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Charles, only media workers will be allowed to cast their votes here in COMELEC NCR, while other government employees will be voting in LAV polling centers identified by their supervisors or heads of offices. In the case of the Philippine Army, they will be voting in Camp Aguinaldo. The Committee on Local Absentee Voting highlighted, though, that all of these manual local absentee votes from across the country will be transmitted to the COMELEC main office and will be kept in a secured room before it will be opened and counted in the evening of May 9. Charles?
Thanks for that, Greg. That was Greg Gregorio reporting live from Manila. More areas in Mindanao have been placed under COMELEC control. In a statement, COMELEC Chairman Saidamen Pangarungan said the towns of Buluan, Dato Odinsinsuat, Dato Piang, Mangudadatu, Pandag, and Sultan Kudarat in the province of Maguindanao are now under COMELEC control. That's on top of Marawi City, Maging, Tubaran, and Malabalang in Lanao del Sur. After calling out Facebook due to alleged censorship, the social media giant has reportedly restored the account of attorney Vic Rodriguez after it was incorrectly flagged as an imposter account. Marian Fernandez with the story.
With less than 2 weeks before the May 9 polls, the Facebook account of attorney Vic Rodriguez, spokesperson of presidential candidate Ferdinand Marcos Jr., was suspended. Based on screenshots provided by Rodriguez, Facebook said his account does not follow community standards. But for Rodriguez, Meta's action was due to his support for Marcos Jr.
That's the only reason why they suspended my account. I am for Bongbong Marcos, and Bongbong Marcos is my president. I have not said anything offensive, contrary to their claim.
Rodriguez Rodriguez maintained that he only posts about their official statements and campaign rallies. Facebook initially advised Rodriguez that he can appeal the suspension within 30 days. But that may not be necessary for now. Meta has said that Rodriguez's account has already been restored after it was incorrectly flagged as an imposter account. But even without a SOCMED account, Rodriguez said they will continue to reach the electorate via traditional means. On Monday, in fact, the Marcos Camps campaign in Mindanao continued, with Marcos Jr. visiting places where he lost in 2016, including Lanao del Norte. There, Marcos Jr. received an endorsement from Governor Anging Quibranza di Maporo. Marcos Jr. also visited Cagayan de Oro City in Misamis Oriental. He won in CDO back in 2016 but lost to Vice President Leni Robredo in the whole province. Some local leaders in the region continue to express support for the so-called Rosa, or the tandem of Leni Robredo and Mayor Sara Duterte. For News 5, Marian Enriquez, we are One News.
The camp of Vice President Leni Robredo canceled her appearance at the so-called Better Cebu rally in Talisay last night. This after the pronouncement of Partido Pilipino sa Pagbabagos support for Robredo's rival, former Senator Bongbong Marcos. Gubernatorial candidate Ace Durano said that initially PPP's party gave him permission to invite Robredo to their multi-sectoral rally. But over the weekend, the party declared their support for Marcos's candidacy. Durano believes that this prompted Robredo's camp to cancel the event. The campaign is down to its last 12 days and candidates continue to intensify their efforts to woo more voters. Vice President Leni Robredo is back in Bulacan, where her camp will be holding another star-studded People's Rally at the Bulacan Sports Complex later today. Manila Mayor Isko Moreno will visit Guimaras and he'll be having a campaign sortie this morning before heading to Bulacan. Senator Manny Pacquiao continues his campaign in the Visayas, and today he is expected to visit Western and Eastern Samar. Senator Ping Lacson is also campaigning in the Visayas. This morning, he'll be visiting the city of Ormoc in Leyte. And labor leader Cal Yodi de Guzman is set to join power consumers and advocacy groups in filing a complaint against the ERC and the Energy Department today. This is to question over 70 power supply agreements that allegedly did not undergo competitive selection process, pushing electricity prices higher in Mindanao. In other news, here's an update on the second round of UAAP Season 84 men's basketball. The FEU Tamaraos survived the De La Salle Green Archers 67-62. This brings the Tams to solo fourth place so far with a win-loss standing of 6-6, while the Archers slipped to 7-5 after back-to-back losses. The UP Fighting Maroons clinched the coveted twice-to-beat advantage after soundly beating the UE Red Warriors 81-68. Meanwhile, the Ateneo Blue Eagles break the Adamson Soaring Falcons' winning momentum with another huge lead at 91-57. This is Adamson's first loss in the second round, which brings them down to 5th spot below FEU. And the NU Bulldogs hold off the UST Growling Tigers 73-60, halting NU's 4-game losing streak. The Bulldogs are now tied with Adamson at 5th place, with both teams still gunning for a spot in the Final Four. Here are the stories to watch out for later today. President Duterte will be leading the 501st anniversary of the victory of Mactan in Cebu. And the President will likewise lead the inauguration of the Cebu-Cordova Link Expressway. And that's how the day is shaping up to be. Join us again later at 9 a.m. as we monitor the day's biggest stories from sunrise to sundown. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Just register for a free account at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime and anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.